Hi, it's Shannon here, and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to give you a tour of my new little art studio space. And this used to be the little writing station on one of the walls of my closet / office area. And I decided to convert it into a little art studio space for myself, which I'm using to... I used to be a trained production illustrator. I have a professional certificate in that and did it for a short time before being diagnosed with psoriatic arthritis. And now that I've hit menopause, it has given me a gift. The psoriatic arthritis is getting a lot less severe, and I needed to get some illustrations done for my new children's book that I'm working on. And so I decided, you know what, I am going to rediscover that part of myself. So today I am going to give you a tour. And I apologize if this is a shaky video. This is one of the first times I'm actually trying to film using my phone, so we're going to give it a go. I am going to leave links to everything that I possibly can down in the description below, because I hate it when I personally see items in videos and I think, oh, that's really cool and I want it, and there's no link for me to buy it. So I'm going to leave links, and if there's something that I show and there's not a link available, just please leave a comment and I would be happy to get you a link for that if at all possible. First and foremost, what we're looking at over here is my fireplace. I have Raynaud's phenomenon. It's called Raynaud's disease too, but I hate calling it that way. But it leaves me really, really cold. So this is a little electric fireplace, and it didn't come with this little yellow sticker button. I added that, so at a glance I know which button to push. But I love it because it puts out a ton of heat for very little space. It's about 17 inches long there and maybe 4 or 5 inches deep. And I love it because it warms up my little area, like I said, super quick. I don't know if it's really energy efficient, but I only have to use it for a few minutes at a time, and it is phenomenal. Over here is a big, tall, metal, lateral file organizer, sorter, handy-dandy thing. I can't leave a link for this because I found it at the thrift store. I got it for $3, $2.99, and I took it into the garage and spray painted it white with my favorite Rust-Oleum spray paint, and it just is awesome because it looks great next to my little art desk here, and it holds all of my paper. Now, this little pretty rainbow orb thing, my husband actually got me for Christmas. It is USB powered, and as you can see, it has 7 different colored glass circles or balls, and it's USB powered, and I actually hooked it up to a timer. I love things that just turn on and off on their own for me, so I get to enjoy them, and it for very little work, so the payoff is great. But I just love how colorful they are. Now this is my drawing board. I'm going to tilt here so you can see what I did. This is an adjustable board, and it is on a tilt, and it is just sitting directly onto my desk or table here. And I actually have a board behind it so that the board doesn't slide as I'm leaning on it and working. Oh, and you see one of my illustrations started here. It did not come with this. Now, like I said, menopause has given me the gift of the psoriatic arthritis in my hands and wrists getting better, but I still struggle with some osteoarthritis. And so I wanted some kind of wrist rest or something I could put my hands on that would be cooling and soothing and really help me while I was working. And it has a rubber grip on the back, but it didn't really stick well enough to the board for my liking. So you can see down here, I just used some Velcro, or excuse me, command picture strips. They're the hook and loop, they're like Velcro. Cut it down the lengthwise to make smaller strips, and then literally just attached, this is a cable cover. And that created kind of like a pencil holder, I guess you would say. But it grips my wrist rest really, really well. And so I can't recommend this wrist rest highly enough. I have it in this long size, and then I also have it in about a third of a size, a smaller size, and I love it. And then here you can see I've got a number of different kinds of clamps. I have these small OXO grip clamps, and then I have the larger ones. And I like them for a number of reasons. They are very easy for my weak arthritic hands to use. They're easy to grip. And they open really widely and hold paper and all sorts of things. I've even used them to hold up my phone while I was working for reference. And so they are just phenomenal. They're a little pricey, I'll be honest with you, but once you invest in them, you have them forever, which I love. Now I'm going to look up a little bit and then we'll work our way down. I have 3 of these. They're called U brand. What are they? Magnetic dry erase board. I don't use it for dry erase. I literally use it for magnets. And I'm going to be putting inspiration up there, things that I'm working on, just something for me to look at or sit and stare when I'm trying to think or brainstorm. And then underneath that, you're going to see a 24-inch white wood ledge that I put to the wall. And I intentionally positioned my drawing board right here and the ledge so that there was a gap. And along that gap, you can see it looks like one tray. It's actually 2, and they're actually not trays at all. They are drawer sorters with multiple compartments. And so I've got all of my little art accoutrement supplies up here that I use on a regular basis. I've got some whiteout. I've got electric erasers. I have refills. Oh, out of focus, apologies. I have a really cute little pencil sharpener here that I rarely use. I just love how it looks. I have a big old cosmetic brush that I use for brushing away graphite or eraser shaving so I don't actually smear my artwork. I've got a, oh, sorry, it's zooming in and out here, eraser shield. Oh, I have a remote control because I found this cute little lava lamp at the thrift store the other day, and I'm just so excited. I got it for less than 10 bucks, and it had a little switch on the cord, and I didn't want to have to be reaching behind to get it, so I just plugged it into a remote control plug-in adapter thing, and now I can just reach up, touch the button, turn it on and off. And you can see I've got all sorts of little pretties up there. Love me some cute stuffed animals. Love my stuffies. Anyway, I put these little desk organizers side by side, and they have a lip on either side, and it just rests perfectly in between this area here. And then going back down to my art desk one more time, I'm going to show you this. This is a LED drawing pad, and it's USB, and it lights up. It's flicker free, and if you have a little artist in your life, or I highly recommend these because not only do I use them for tracing, but sometimes I like to just draw on them because I like the light. I live in the Pacific Northwest, and while we are in summer right now, we still have a number of gray, rainy days. So I actually like drawing on this surface, and it's very thin, lightweight, and they're cheap. You can usually get them for well under 20 bucks. So I highly recommend that. Next, you can see this light here, and I gotta say this lamp was a huge find. Let me turn it on for you. I found it at the thrift store for 7 bucks. If I'm honest, I think I ordered 3 or 4 different lamps, tried it out in my area. Did not work. Some of them actually came dented, others the paint was scraped off. Oh, it was just a miserable experience. So when I found something I liked at the thrift store, I literally jumped at it. And it's actually too tall for my area, but I was able to stick it behind my desk here that actually moves up and down. I like it in the inclined position all the time, so it's not a problem having the lamp behind it. It actually works out perfectly for me. So now let's get over here and I will show you some of my storage solutions. I love me a good mug from the thrift store for 49 cents to hold pencils, rulers, things of that sort. I also, like I showed you before, I use cosmetic brushes. I don't wear makeup. I use the cosmetic brushes for my art. And over here, oh, this is just something I picked up at the thrift store again. I actually think this is a dishwasher accessory because there's drainage holes, but I love it because it's just very thin and easy for me to tuck around a corner. This was a little investment, shall we say, that I made. This is by Iris. It has 16 little plastic drawers. It was made in the USA, which I love, and it was about 20 bucks. And while it was a bit of an investment for me, I love that it was white, and it allows me to store all of my technical pens, all of my favorite erasers that I order from Jet Pens. I like having lots of erasers because you know what? Mistakes aren't something to be feared. You just got to be prepared for them, right? So I'm prepared with all of my erasers. I've got some rulers. Oh, I love these graphite pencils. And yeah, you're going to say every pencil is graphite. But this is 100% graphite. And I like working with them because they go on, they apply really dark, and the weight is just so... I just love the weight of it. I enjoy that so much. I've got Le Pen technical pens. What else do I have? Oh, I think I opened this. These are teeny tiny erasers that just really erase minute amounts. And I love those. What are those by? Tombow Mono Zero it is. So anyway, I love this organizer and can't recommend that highly enough. Next, right over here, we have my electric pencil sharpener. And over the years, I've tried a lot of different pencil sharpeners. And we're going to get to my colored pencils here in a second. But I had a problem with my pencil sharpeners eating up my Prismacolor pencils. And that was back when I spent a ton of money on art supplies. And I could do it. And I enjoyed it. But if you know anything about Prismacolors, they're very soft core, which is a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing is they blend, they go on really creamy onto the paper. The bad thing is the cores break. They break off very easily. And so every pencil sharpener I had, I was constantly breaking the tips. And you can say, yeah, you really should be using a handheld pencil sharpener. And I know Prismacolor even makes one specific for their colored pencils. But when you have arthritis in your hands, sharpening pencils by hand is a pain in the butt and a pain in the hands. As you can see, I have this one just because it's beautiful. I was drawn to the color. It looks like an old-fashioned inkwell. But again, I don't use it. It's just it's a little eye candy for me. So I looked for, excuse me, and found a really highly rated heavy-duty pencil sharpener. Again, link to this in the description below. And I've been using it for several weeks, and I love it. It does not eat my pencils. And it stops at the perfect point. So, and it suction cups onto my table, which I like because it keeps it steady for me. So, last but not least, my piece de la resistance, shall we say. I love color. I love color. And it makes me happy, and it brings me energy. And years ago, before the arthritis took away my drawing abilities, and even a little after that, I was into adult coloring just for relaxation. I needed a hobby. And so I wanted a way to put all my pencils out. So not only could I use them, they'd be within arm's reach, but I would enjoy them. And so I did this years ago, took it down because it was depressing to see when I couldn't do it. And now that I'm at a place where I can finally, enjoy the art process again, I decided to redo this. Now, what is this? This, and again, links to all of this is in the description below. This is a 21-inch long command picture ledge, it's called. And I like using this because if I want to pull it down off the wall, no harm, no foul. It's not screwed in. It's literally just held up with command adhesive strips. And then here you can see, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 square plastic spice jars, and I've obviously thrown away the lids, and you could use any spice jars that you want. They can be circular. I liked how square worked. I would not, if you're going to try this, I would not suggest the glass because that could be too heavy. I went with plastic, and they are attached to the picture ledge with these little adhesive clear dots. And again, I could pull this all up and everything would be right as rain, but yet they're sturdy enough that they're not going anywhere. And I love how this looks. I love how it looks. It makes me happy. And you can see behind it, I've got another one of those U brand dry erase boards just to protect my wall from getting marked up by the colored pencils themselves. Now, the colored pencils, like I said before, when I was a fancy schmancy artist, I invested in Prismacolor, which is not cheap. I know you can get deals at Walmart and all that, but I didn't really like using them. Yes, they went on really creamy and they blended well, but the frustration I felt from them constantly breaking really didn't make me happy. It was counterproductive to what I was supposed to. I was supposed to be enjoying myself and relaxing, and that just wasn't happening. So, much to my surprise and brought me a lot of joy, I found out that Amazon offers Premier Art pencils, and that's what you're seeing here. Their largest set is 72 set, and honest to God, their Premier softcore pencils are cheaper than Crayola. So I think I paid I got a deal. It was $15.77 for a set of 72 artist grade pencils. They are softcore, yes, but they hold their point and they do not break off as easily as Prismacolor does. And I will say, years ago, I tried a blended solvent called Zest It, which is manufactured in the UK, and you can get it here in the US. I've tried it before, but it's a pain in the butt. And so I've been blending my Amazon pencils with baby oil. And if you are an artist or you like adult coloring, or you have a kiddo in your life who is really into colored pencils, let me know if you want me to do a tutorial on how to blend colored pencils with baby oil and how I do that. I'd love to share that. Last but not least, up here, I swatched all the different colors in the Amazon set so I can see at a glance, because the color on the case of the color pencil does not always accurately represent the color you're going to get when you use them. And this is just a reminder to myself. It was some practicing. Oops, let me get up closer. Some practicing I did with just pen and ink techniques, creating different textures, stippling, hatching, cross hatching, things of that sort. I used to be a teacher, an art teacher. I taught art to kindergarten through 8th grade at a private school for some time, and I really enjoyed it. And I enjoyed teaching the children of all levels all the different techniques and textures you can get with just a pen. So there you have it. This is my new creative art studio space, and I hope you've enjoyed this little tour. And again, if you've seen anything here that you want a link to or can't find in the link or description below, just let me know. In the meantime, I will bid you farewell till the next video. Bye-bye.